family and friends. Welcome to my channel, Just Tanya Renee. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hey, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button right now. I'm gonna jump right into my topic for today. Let me say this, if you have not yet seen the video that I posted probably about a month ago, it was called the 5P process for those individuals contemplating a divorce. If you have not seen this video, please, I strongly advise you to really look at that. I am an advocate for marriage. I love marriage. However, I do know that there are a lot of individuals out there now that are in abusive relationships, emotionally and physically, with narcissistic people. And that just brings about so many other things that are so unhealthy. But I'm going to today add 4 more steps to that process, because that process was anyone contemplating a divorce, those steps. When you are contemplating a divorce with a person that is a narcissist or that has narcissistic behaviors, and I say that because I honestly don't know how many people are diagnosed with being a narcissist. And that's because I think a lot of individuals that probably are a narcissist aren't trying to seek help because they don't think that there's anything wrong with them. So I will just say, you know, there's so many resources out there on the internet that goes through the characteristics and traits of someone with a narcissistic personality. You know if you're with someone that has narcissistic behavior, you just do. And if you are dealing with an individual like that, it is important to take other steps, because it is very different than just getting a divorce from your average ordinary person. There are other things you really need to consider, and that's what I want to talk about today. I'm gonna just jump right into it. You have got to, number one, pour into yourself. What do I mean by that? I don't know how long you've been in that relationship. For me, it was years, 15 plus years of being in a relationship. But I constantly poured and was giving to, my ex, because it was about his needs, never about mine. Nothing I did was good enough. So when you are in this type of relationship, your self-esteem takes a hit. Because usually you are put down constantly. I can say for me, I was constantly, belittled, verbally attacked. And even though I consider myself a very strong person, when you are constantly up under attack emotionally and verbally, it takes its toll. And then when you're also, if you're in that type of relationship and you have children, you're constantly trying to protect them as well. So that drains you. You have to pour into yourself positive affirmations. Let me tell you what, if nobody has told you, girlfriend, you are beautiful. You have to build yourself up, because I tell you, it will take its toll. Start taking care of your health. Without getting too much into detail, I didn't realize how much it was taking its toll on my health until I got into an emergency room hospital, and they're like, we've got to admit you right now, you got to have a blood transfusion. Because here I was, found out that I was anemic, or just really had low iron. I wasn't taking care of myself. And the emergency room physician was surprised that I was even walking around. And that's how much it was draining me, and I was ignoring these signs. Take care of yourself and your health. You will need to do this to make it through this process. Pen to paper, document, journal, document, document, document. When you are going through a divorce with someone with a narcissistic personality, let me tell you what, guys, you have to document everything. Honestly, now we're in a day and age of technology. Record. There are so many things where you begin to question your own judgment. It is so important to have that documentation. Plus, once you go to the lawyer and you're trying to gather your information and gather your documentation, It's going to help you to have dates and things written down, because sometimes there's so much. It's like, where do I even start? Start organizing your thoughts. Put the pen to the paper, journal, and document the things going on. Number 3, prepare for the, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again, but I love you. Prepare for the flowers. Prepare for the cards. Prepare for the I love you notes. Prepare for that. A lot of times people that have that behavior go after empaths. We are usually individuals that we empathize, we're forgiving. I used to always sometimes really have a conversation with God, like, why did you make me so forgiving? Why can't I have this tough, heart sometimes? Because I feel like this is kind of a weakness, Lord. I don't really like being this way. Let me tell you this, that's a great quality. And when you get with the right person in the future, they will value that. But I'm saying that now, going through that divorce, prepare yourself for that. And remember, it's about actions. Remember, we've been here before. So don't allow I'm going to get help this time. Well, we've just been to about 5 or 6 counselors, but so what's going to make this time different? All right, the next one, the 4th and last one, pick a good lawyer. Going through a divorce is tough enough. This is huge. This is a huge life-changing event. But when you are dealing and divorcing a narcissist, when you are divorcing someone that has a narcissistic behavior and personality, it is just that much more challenging. And a lot of lawyers will give free consultations. Ask them, have they ever dealt with that? See if they are familiar even with the term. So your lawyer has to fight for you and understand this type of personality so that they can really be able to represent you in the best way possible. That is important. Ask that question if that lawyer has dealt with that, so that they can truly represent you the way that you need to be represented. All right, just going over them real quick. Again, I'm going to say again, if you have not watched the 5P process, that video, watch that. And then after you watch that, watch this one again, because if you're dealing with someone with a narcissistic personality and you're really ready to make that move to get a divorce, these are the 4 steps. Pour into yourself, pour into yourself, pour into yourself, pour into yourself. I can't say that enough. Pour into you. Get ready. Get ready. Positive affirmation. You are beautiful. You can do this. I'm taking my vitamins. I'm making sure I'm healthy and ready to go through this process. Number 2, pen to paper. I'm documenting. Either you're documenting on the little note app, in your phone, on your cell phone, whatever you have to do, journal and document, and then go back and document certain events that have taken place to get you to this point. It's important for you to have that information and have organized thoughts when you're moving into a divorce. Number 3, prepare for, I love you. Here's some flowers. Let's go and get some counseling for the 50th time. Be prepared for that. We've been there before, and I definitely believe in getting some professional help. But at some point, if it's not helping, then it's time for you to help yourself. And then number 4, pick a good lawyer. Make sure you go in there, you have your documentation, and you have to say, hey, yes, I'm getting a divorce, but I need you to understand what we're dealing with. I need you to understand, have you ever dealt with this type of situation? What can you tell? How will you handle this differently than you would, an average, another type of divorce just with your average everyday people? Because I will tell you, it is different. Okay? Those are my 4 steps that I want to add to my 5P process if you are divorcing a narcissist. Let me tell you this, and let me end with this. You can do this. You deserve to be happy. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. It was very tough, as I was going through that. But I cannot tell you how much peace and how much happiness there is on the other end. If you have come to this realization and you've been abused and put down and just mentally and emotionally drained, and you've tried everything and you've prayed and you feel like God has released you, these are some steps you can take. But I will tell you, getting through it and being on the other side, there's so much happiness and joy, because there is no price tag. There is no price tag on peace of mind. That's all I have to say, guys. I will see you on next Sunday. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button. If you like what I said, hey, go ahead and give me a thumbs up as well. I'll see you next Sunday.